My name is Sahaya Reed. I am a CollegeBound counselor. When I talk to my kids about chance and about what they need to do, I think of like a number line. The number line starts at 0 and goes positive to negative. So many of the kids that my students are competing against, they started already at number 2 or number 3. And I feel like my students, because of the life they were born into, they start at -5. How insane is it that we expect children to do that on their own?
These young people go through trials and tribulations that we as adults can't even fathom.
Every day I work with students who don't have parents. I work with students who are in legal guardianship, students who live in shelters.
Parents who are incarcerated.
The foster care system.
They care for younger siblings, they work part-time jobs to help the household.
When they get to school, they are often hungry. They check in with me various times during the day, and if ever they need a snack or something to get through the day, they know the office to come to.
When I met Sam, she was quiet, she was stoic. Her mother had passed away only a couple months before.
I live in the projects of Brooklyn, New York. There are 8 people living in my apartment.
She went out to get you. She's cursing at cursing.
It's not like ideal, but it could be a lot worse. My grandmother helped me through a lot of stuff. She pushed me towards being the student that I know I could be. The college process was really stressful. I have a very complicated background when it comes to financial aid.
I still remember having meetings with Sam and her grandmother trying to make this work because we knew that Sam had great potential and that she was a great student and that all of this was out of her control.
Having Miss Reed helped me out so much. She has my back no matter what.
My kids get told no right and left. I was so afraid that nobody would come through for her.
It is our pleasure to notify you of your admission to St. Lawrence University through our Higher Education Opportunity Program. $63,800.
And that's each year for 4 years.
That's crazy. I gotta show my grandma.
Sam really is not her circumstances. She's so much better than that.
No. Miss Reed is an angel. Like, she's basically the reason why I got into college or even applied.
She gets to have her chance. And Sam is one of those kids that wasn't gonna have a chance, and now she does.
I'm the first in my family to go to college. I'm not the projects I live in. I am not my mother's death. I am not the fear my family won't catch a break.
What you don't know about my job is that it's way more than just a job to me and to my other counselors. My job is to give my students hope.
My name is Mark Mano. I was born in Siena, Italy. At the age of 7, my mom came to the United States of America. So I stood there with my aunt. When I was 12 years old, I got on a plane to come and meet my mom. After 6 long years, I was really excited to see her. Now I live with my mom in the Bronx. My journeys of learning English and graduating high school have inspired her to get her GED.
I remember the first time you came here, you didn't even speak English, but you still push on, and now here you are.
On my senior year, I still realized that I did not have my green card. I knew without a green card, you can apply for financial aid, and then not able to pursue my dream to be a general surgeon and to help people in need. My college counselor, Ms. Daly, she convinced me to apply, and it might still work out.
Sometimes we have students that have issues with their documentation and I've had to call lawyers, and a lot of different things come out within the college process because we have to go so deep into the families. They have to trust us.
Ms. Daly is always smiling. Every time I'm in a bad mood, I just go to her and just talk to her.
In some moments we're friends, in some moments we're mothers, in some moments we're motivational speakers. So you have new news for me?
Oh yes, so guess what?
What?
I got into Gator's break.
And you received almost a full ride. All right.
That day, when I came to school, I walked in and I told you, Miss Daly, my green card finally came. That was one of the best moments of my life.
I know that you're going to be super successful, and I cannot wait to see what comes next for you. My students teach me so much about what it means to overcome.
I am not this language barrier. I am not my green card status. I am not going to be a failure.
I am the great equalizer.
I am the deciding factor of whether a young person goes to college or not.
I am early intervention starting in 6th grade.
I am scholarship resources.
I get emotional talking about my students because they place their trust in me. They place their goals. They tell me their dreams. They help me look inside their soul. I have 102 graduating high school seniors. Joyleni Miran is one of them.
I was born in Dominican Republic, and I came to this country when I was 8 years old. When I was 12, my mom was diagnosed with a brain tumor and passed away in 2010. I had to move into a shelter with my grandmother and my brother. It's been tough.
She has cerebral palsy. Every day is a struggle for her, but she doesn't need your help, and she doesn't ask for help either. She's learned how to do this on her own because the biggest resource she had was her mother.
My mom always told me that education was very important and that I had the ability to get far if I set my mind to it. And so I did.
Here's a student that wakes up every day, that has every reason in the world to complain, and she doesn't. She's always the first student to come into my office, say hi. Sometimes she'll stay after school with me, and sometimes we stay in the school so late that I have to take her home myself.
I am grateful for Miss Regalado. She has become more of like a best friend than my college counselor. She helps me whenever I'm struggling. She tells me everything's gonna be okay. She tells me to brag. Tells me that I have to tell my story because I am a survivor of all my struggles. I am not my disability.
I am not an outsider.
I am not going to live shelter to shelter.
I am not the Bronx.
I am not a statistic.
I am not my learning disability.
I am not a victim.
I am the valedictorian.
I am a posse scholar.
I am the first to go to college in my family.
I am the first in my family.
I'm the first in my family.
I am the first in my family to go to college.
I am going to be successful.
I am a future journalist.
A future doctor.
A future ambassador.
I am the University of Notre Dame class of 2019.
I am Franklin and Marshall.
Ithaca.
Stony Brook.
I'm St. Lawrence.
I'm the University of Pennsylvania's class of 2019.
I am CollegeBound.
I am CollegeBound.
I am CollegeBound.
I am CollegeBound.
I am CollegeBound.